What is up, everyone? It's me, Jrod, the filmmaker, former film major, frequent fighting gamer from Philadelphia, and this week, well, I'm definitely a fighting gamer this week because I think we might have found one of the new, most unique and fun party fighting games to hit the streets. Now, personally, I've never played Super Smash Brothers on this channel because I don't own a Nintendo console that plays Super Smash Brothers, but a friend of mine does, Rob, and I play the game pretty often. I'm actually kind of nice at it for someone who doesn't own a Switch or the game. But there is a new game coming out that has a similar feel to Super Smash Brothers, but it features Nickelodeon characters. It features Nickelodeon IP fighting against each other for a brand new, unique take, and it's called Nick All Stars. When I first saw this, I was skeptical for maybe a day or so, and then I was like, you know what? I am all in on this because this seems like it's going to be a fun game, like just straight up. I don't know if it's going to be the next new biggest fighting game to grace the fighting game community and all of the new tournaments, but I do feel like it's going to be a fun game to play with friends, a fun game to learn new characters in, and yeah, so I'm definitely going to check the game out when it drops. I may even make new main alert videos with some of the characters in the game. But this video is all about which characters do I want to see in the game. This is my speculation, my wish list. As I've said in previous videos, the speculation part is the most fun part of these type of games because the possibility is endless. You can say whatever you want. You know, no one is more right or wrong because we really have no idea. There are some characters that have already been revealed for the game, so I'll show them in the video and maybe add a list. And then there's a picture going around of maybe some other characters that are confirmed, but I'm not gonna mention that list because I don't know if it's real or not. In this video, I am just gonna mention the characters that I wanna see and play in Nick All Stars. I'm gonna be mentioning a bunch of different shows from Nick over the years, some new ones, some old ones. And yeah, guys, we're gonna see who I want to play Nick All Stars, and maybe some of these characters will actually make the roster, either the main base roster or the DLC roster. Either way, I just want to play some of these people. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the list. Now, some of these characters are organized by the shows that they come from. So starting off, the characters that I want to see for my Rugrats representatives, Reptar is already a confirmed character, but I gotta see Tommy. And then my second favorite character in all of Rugrats, this might come as a surprise, but his little brother Dill. I want to see Tommy Pickles and Dill Pickles. I want them to be in the game, and I'll actually put some time into both of them because just the thought of beating like a try-hard person playing as Danny Phantom or Reptar or somebody, and you beat them with babies, with actual babies, it sounds hilarious.
You suck!
Shao Kahn wins. Babality.
And you know, I'm a big fan of Rugrats, so I wouldn't mind seeing them in the game anyway. Next up is Hey Arnold characters. I actually rewatched Hey Arnold last week when I was checking out Paramount Plus, and I watched the first couple episodes, and I just want to see Arnold and Jrod in the game, the OG duo, the best friends, two of my favorite characters. I would love to see both of them in Nick All Stars. Next up is Avatar representatives, and come on, this is easy. I want the two avatars that we know, Aang from The Last Airbender and Korra from The Legend of Korra. I'm maining them instantly if they get revealed, and I've talked about recently how they should make an Avatar fighting game similar to like Dragon Ball Fighters style, team-based, cool powers, cool bending combos would be pretty sick. Next up, I want to see Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner. Technically not in the same franchise unless you count, you know, their crossover, but I would love to play as both of these characters, Jimmy and Timmy. I can't wait to see what type of moves and attacks they would do. But yeah, Jimmy and Timmy I think would be great. Next up is some old school classics, starting off with Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. another one of my favorites from back in the day. I would love to see Rocco in the game. And also in that in a similar vein, Cat Dog. I don't know. How can I explain it, you know? I can't. I just want to play Cat Dog, one of my favorite shows, some of my favorite characters. I'd love to see how they play, especially since they have a different silhouette than a lot of the other characters. You know, they're really low to the ground. They have heads on both sides. So how do you make that an interesting fighting game mechanic? Next up is a character that I haven't seen a lot of people ask for, but personally this is one of the most underrated Nickelodeon shows to ever come out, and that is El Tigre. Now, I did try to stream El Tigre on Paramount Plus. It wasn't on there, but El Tigre is such a sick concept. You know, the fact that you got a kid, his grandfather is a villain and his father is a superhero, and he is constantly pushed and pulled between the two worlds. So sick. Plus his moveset, his powers, he's a unique character. He might fight like one of the ARMS characters, Min Min. He might fight like Min Min in Smash with that, you know, chain claws and the incredible reach. But yeah, I want to see El Tigre in the game because he's so unique and would be so sick. Next up is XJ9 from My Life as a Teenage Robot. She's a powerhouse of a character in her own show, has a lot of abilities and powers and things she can do. XJ9 would make a sick character. Now this next one is it's technically a Nick show, but it did not come on Nickelodeon. It's actually a Netflix Nick show that I enjoy watching. Glitch Text. If you haven't checked this show out, please do. It's really good, and it is about like video game police, basically. When video games start to bleed in our world and wreak havoc, the glitch techs come through and get those glitches and put them back into the video games. Such a sick concept, and come on, a show about video games, they deserve a spot in a Nickelodeon video game. Next up is, I want some representatives for Rocket Power, but to be honest, I don't care which representative. I wouldn't mind if it was Reggie, if it was Otto, if it was Squid. I would not care. I want to play just some Rocket Powers characters. So yeah, drop some Rocket Powers characters, even if you make them like a team, like, you know, you made them like Ice Climbers in Smash, where you can get 2 Rocket Powers characters together. I wouldn't mind. Then next up is some representatives for Chalk Zone. You got Rudy, you got Snap, you got a bunch of other really wild Chalk Zone type characters that I think would make great characters in Nick All-Stars. Especially if you give them like give Rudy some Chalk Zone portal type moves, or allow him to create elements that add to his gameplay. I feel like that would be a really unique play style. Next up is Doug. Doug Funny from the show Doug. You could add Doug, you could add Quailman, you could add Skeeter. I really don't care, but to have some Doug reps would really hit me right in the nostalgia, because that is a show that I came up with. And yeah, I would like to play some more Doug. I don't even care what he does in the game, even if he sucks. Then next up, in a similar vein to Jimmy and Timmy, I would also like to see the superheroes from the Timmy Turner universe, the Crimson Chin and Crash Nebula. 2 really sick design characters. Oh, and also you could add Catman. Adam West Catman could also work in that similar vein. So you got these superhero analog characters and they just do goofy things and fight each other. I've always been really interested in like the lore behind Crimson Chin and Crash Nebula and Catman. So yeah, it'd be great to add them to the game and see what they do, how they play. Then next up, we've got the Angry Beavers, Dang and Norm. I'm pretty sure those Norm and Dang and Norm. The Angry Beavers. Yeah, I want them in the game, see how they play. No expectations, just want to see. And then this last base roster pick is a little weird because they're not animated characters, but there might not only be animated characters on this roster, we never know. So if I could ask for any live action Nickelodeon characters to be in the game, I would love for Kenan and Kel to be in it.
Oh, here it goes.
That's it. I loved watching Kenan and Kel over again last week on Paramount Plus. seeing them in the game would be sick. You could give them good burger skins. I don't know. I don't know what they would do again. I don't really care. They don't have to be top tier, but it would be so fun to play Keenan and Kel. You can make them separate characters or make them like a duo character, but it would be so sick to play Keenan and Kel. So that's gonna be it for my base roster wish list. Now I'm gonna give you guys just a couple of possible guest characters. Okay, so for guest characters, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what would qualify or work as a guest character for this game. You know, I don't know if I could add someone like, I've said Ben 10 should be in Injustice 3. I have no idea if Ben 10 is someone who would work in Nick All-Stars, but I'm gonna suggest a couple of guest characters since I don't know which field to suggest them in. I'm gonna suggest guests from Cartoon Network. So yeah, maybe, possibly, we could get some Cartoon Network guest characters and have a Cartoon Network versus Nick showdown. I think that would make this game even more sick. So I only have a couple of characters that I want for the game, but my Cartoon Network guest characters would be number 1 or any of the main operatives from the Kids Next Door, Mordecai and Rigby from Regular Show, Finn and Jake from Adventure Time, and finally Grim from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Now I know they're just a bunch of kind of random Cartoon Network characters, but I would like them all to have their own game if it was possible to make a Cartoon Network version of Nick All-Stars, but hopefully we can get these guys as guests, and yeah. So that is gonna be my full wish list, base roster, and guest characters. Tell me who you guys want to see on the Nick side. Tell me who you guys would want to see on the guest side. Tell me who's on your list, how you feel about my list. I don't need anyone to say that X character is impossible and X character is more likely, because like I said, it's only speculation at this point. No one knows, so we're all just guessing and hoping for what we want. So guys, that is going to be it for this week's video, and I'm going to throw up a list of all the characters that I want to be in Nick All-Stars. So thank you for checking this out. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Oh, and also, if you could hit me with that 3-hit combo, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, it would be perfect. Thanks, guys. It has been out for a while, but I never checked it out. But now that I have seen both films, I thought they were great. It seems like John Krasinski is a really strong director. It's a really good concept. Here's me and Rick Sanchez's review of The Quiet Place 1.
Wait, shh. It's too quiet.
All right, and here is our review of The Quiet Place 2.